Yeah, yeah, and welcome, one and all, back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I am your host, DJ Marcus, and you are joining me live in the Comedy Studios. I'm never alone with my boy, Joey LoFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
Happy Tuesday, y'all.
Oh my goodness, we are back in the building one more good God time. And we're going to have fun this week, Joey.
We are?
You know why?
Why?
Because it's you and me. Ain't nothing about it, it's just you. Wait, I don't think that's a song.
I don't know what song that is.
That's not a song. I don't think it's a song.
Is that one of those Swedish songs?
Yes. Little Swedish.
I found out that like all of the 2000 pop era was Swedish.
Really? What do you mean?
So I don't know if you're watching Netflix, but there's that show, This Is Pop.
Okay.
And they, most people are familiar with it because they keep showing the thing with auto-tune and they have a whole episode on auto-tune and how that happened with T-Pain and how he got depressed because Usher took him out on
Called
a plane.
Him bitch.
He's like, yeah, you really fucked up music.
You fucked up music for the rest of us. Nigga, I ain't do that.
And then he's like, I didn't do that. Did I do that? But that was like 4 years.
Yes.
That he had a slow descent into decline.
Mm-hmm.
But but it was cool to see the whole story. But then I didn't. There was a whole episode on how Sweden basically became a producing hub throughout and then exploded as we hit the 90s.
Ah. Well, did that start with My Bum Is on the Swedish by Tom Green?
No, it started with the Backstreet Boys. That was the first. Backstreet, NSYNC, Britney Spears, a whole smattering of boy bands.
They were produced by Swedish?
So, yeah, it was basically white people were like, hey, Boyz II Men's really cool, but we can't let black people have nice things. So they went and created all these white versions of it, and then they sent them to Sweden because they didn't actually know how to make music. And the Swedish were like, yeah, we can produce it. And then they did.
Whenever anyone says Swedish music, I think of nightclub music.
That's basically the thing. So apparently there's something called Schlager.
Goldschlager?
No, it's a German word, but basically there's supposed to be this certain melody. And literally the Swedish culture was literally based on what you were saying, based on clubs. So they would Ace of Base was the first band that did that. And they would literally, before they put vocals, did writing anything, they would just keep tweaking the song so it was perfect for the club, and then they would make it popular to play on the radio. But it was always based in, hey, this is going to be, the melody's always there. And even the Brian from Backstreet was on there, and they were talking about I Want It That Way, and they're like, what does I Want It That Way even mean? And he's like, I don't know, but it's all about the melody anyway, so who gives a shit?
That is true. None of those songs made sense, translated. I think that was the reason they didn't really make sense to us.
That was kind of actually one of the things they said on purpose was by keeping the lyrics simple, they worked in countries where they worked internationally much better because you knew enough English to sing along.
Okay, so God damn it, what the fuck's going on now? But okay, so let's see. So the Backstreet Boys, that sound they had, because I pulled up some Ace of Base for our young audience doesn't know who Ace of Base was, Joey. They can't. They I think this is my jam.
It's catchy.
It is. All that she wants.
She leads a lonely life. She leads a lonely life.
All right, let me stop it before we get cut off in Cuba again. I don't want to get muted in Cuba. Oh, man. But so, okay. I don't know what the hell's going on with my throat, man. Fucking crazy day.
Allergies?
Yeah.
Weather
changing around. It's weird. You can't get allergies these days without thinking you got COVID.
Yeah,
it's the worst shit.
I had a runny nose last night. It was gone by morning, but for a minute I was like, is this it? Is it finally happening?
I got that shit.
Not like this. I had plans this week.
Yeah, I was going to do shit this week. I was going to do shit in the next 14 days. Now I can't do nothing.
I was gonna be a hoe in the streets these week, and now I can't.
Were you going to be a hoe in these streets?
No.
No? Oh, man. We hold this last week in these streets.
Yes, we did.
We got some good ball-headed hoe shit, man. Me, Joey LoFaro, our assistant intern, Haley, and the first lady of that comedy, ma'am. Call her ma'am.
Ma'am.
We call her ma'am. That's it. Okay, that's what we're going to do, Joey, from now on, okay? Never mention names. It's ma'am or sir.
I mean, that's generally how I operate.
Mm-hmm. No name, no face, no case. And now, if that person wants to be on the podcast at some point in the near future, hey, that's up to them. But they're ma'am until they're on the podcast. Oh man, but yeah, so we went to the Maryland State Fair, Joey.
Did we?
Yeah, we did, and remember our sponsors the last 6 months have been carnivals, fairs, was a theme park, adventure parks. So we finally got one of our sponsors to let us into the state fair. These tickets were free, gratis.
Were they though?
No, they weren't. I paid for them, but it was a trash fair, trash food. It was in Lithicum, Maryland. I didn't expect anything better.
I've been to multiple county fairs.
Okay, which county?
Any county.
Okay, you didn't go to Baltimore County.
I went to a Howard County Fair. I've been to Montgomery County Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Always is a pleasant experience.
And is the Montgomery County Fair like a Renaissance fair?
No.
Okay, I thought
It's
that was
regular. The Renaissance Fair is in Crownsville. It's a whole other thing.
Okay. All right. It would be in Crownsville.
You got to go a little bit out closer to the shore, hun, to find
to get the Renaissance.
That kind of nerddom. Anyway, the thing is, when I go to a fair, I expect certain things. I expect there to be carnies trying to take my money. I expect there to be rickety rides that rattle and shake and
check.
But I also don't expect to wait an hour to get in to the park, to the fair itself.
Yeah, that was a weird situation there because we stood in line, and the line snaked from the gate to the racetrack in the middle third in the back third of the racetrack. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
In the era of online everything.
Yeah.
Like there was literally, and they were checking online tickets. You could do that. But at no point did anybody think to go, hey, you're in line. You could buy your tickets online on your phone while you're standing there. And then no one also thought, hey, for all these people when they get to the front of the line, hey, over here if you have scanny tickets. Not a single soul came up with either thought of anything. So you waited an hour to get in the fucking door for no reason. Mm-hmm. And then you have to buy a stupid card to ride rides, which is like, why can't I just pay more at the, I want a one flat rate.
And ride all the damn rides.
But I know the ticket thing is always, that's a fair thing. Okay. Yeah. Fine. But again, things that could have been done while we were in line. And don't tell me like, oh, you had to have the booth, and where would you get to the booth? No, because you have the idiot walking around through the lines of people waiting to buy from this ATM of carnival money.
Carny money. Selling
cards by cash.
Yeah.
So they could have done that outside so that when I got in, I could have just gone.
There you go. It could have been done so much better.
And there's a whole bank of these machines on the other side of the park that you could have just walked to.
Yeah,
because there's no one at those because they're in the back corner.
Yeah, I saw them at the end of the night. I didn't even see them until we were leaving.
There was never a line there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a line at the one at the front because that's the first one everyone sees. So everyone thinks that's the only one, and they're like, they couldn't have built two of this bullshit. That's the expectation of the fucking fair, man. It was. I had fun. We had fun. Okay, I got to see some pigs. Got to see some horses. I didn't see the horses. I saw a bunch of sheep. A bunch of sheep out there, people. Don't be a sheeple. That's not. Is that what they are? Are they sheeple?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, don't be sheeple. Go see some sheep at the county fair, at the state fair. Because then I saw a big ass cow. I ain't seen a cow this big in my life, Joey.
All right.
That cow was steak ready. What's wrong? He said, "All right."
I'm sorry. There's a lot of things happening at once.
Mhm.
One, Kandyce may give us a report from an open mic, a live report from an open mic. So we might get that. You might get a live report at some point.
Okay.
Just a heads up. In the meantime, speaking of these cows, so that was one of the other things that really upset me.
Okay.
And not just, and to be fair, it's not really the fair, and I'm mad at it, although I was particularly upset at the fairs situation. Okay. So I have an expectation that at the county fair, there's carny food, which you buy from the things that are really well lit. They look like they came in a trolley, like they're a little cart that was dropped off a truck, right? And then you have the small business thing, the locals, the local people who live around there that come and set up a shop to focus the light on the local small business. And those are usually money at the county fairs.
Yes.
So I knew to look for that shit when we got there.
Okay.
And I was directed to the food pavilion.
Yes.
Which is across from the cow palace. So you would think the one thing they would have is fresh meat.
Not necessarily just.
They were the exact opposite of that. You had a milking station, literally a watch cows get milked, which is really disturbing when you think about it. They had
get this titty milk. Come on.
They had a cow milking window where you could just watch cows get milked.
Yes.
Next to the ice cream shop. But the ice cream shop you had to buy tickets for to buy Hershey's ice cream.
They couldn't make fresh ice cream there.
And Hershey's ice cream is from China. So it's like, what the fuck is happening here? And then I go and I'm trying to and on the other side of the thing they have, they have it weirdly separated by meat type. So you're thinking, oh wow, they're really specialized now. There's a separate place for seafood, separate place for pork, separate place for beef, separate place for lamb. So I walk in, first thing up, pork Sunday. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like some country hoedown white trash shit. I bet it's delicious.
It's gonna be a expectation of that pork chop on a stick with coleslaw on top of it, or coleslaw or mashed potatoes on top of it.
It was a cornbread with pulled pork underneath coleslaw with barbecue sauce dribbled over it. The coleslaw I didn't put in quotes, you may have noticed, because that actually was the best part of it. I don't know what that meat was.
It wasn't.
I don't know if I'm pretty sure it was not. I don't know if it was pork.
No, that was mystery meat from the cafeteria.
It was mystery meat in ketchup. I don't know what the hell that was. And then whatever that stuff, the yellow cake type stuff was on the bottom. I don't know if it was cornbread. All I know is it was soggy and it wasn't worth eating. So I go, all right, I ate about half of this, but I was really hungry, so I worked through that. Yeah. Then I go, you know what? I'm gonna go try and see if they have something over at the Beef Hut. Go to the Beef Hut, and they have they're out of the pit beef.
Yeah.
But they have ribeye sandwiches. And I'm like, all right, that doesn't sound right, because why the hell would you put a ribeye on a sandwich? If you have a ribeye, you just eat the ribeye. But no, I watched them, like, they go, oh, 2 ribeyes. Then these dumb teens in the back wearing no masks just kind of look around, like, this look on their face, like. And I saw from the look on their face that I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
You don't want to eat that.
Whatever he's doing. and it kept that look. I thought it was like just that they weren't happy. They had to cook something. But then they're like I see them with the tongs trying to turn the thing, and they're like, like when your face looks like you're making that noise.
Don't eat from that person.
I took one bite. White people. This was one of several infractions this weekend that I incurred. The first was when I found raisins in my zucchini bread from the Amish market. I don't know what the fascination with raisins is. I don't know what your fascination with not putting salt on any goddamn piece of meat. And then making up for it by slathering it in whatever greasy sauce you can find.
Mm-hmm. Usually olive oil based sauce.
Nah, at least I know when it's out. They don't have that kind of nah.
Okay, it's vegetable oil then. That's soybean oil.
Soybean oil, or it's mayonnaise or something.
Ooh.
So I took one bite of the damn beef sandwich, or whatever the hell piece of cat meat that was, and spit it out. I was about to throw it back at them with the gross fury, but cooler heads prevailed.
Yes. Ma'am said don't.
Yes.
Ma'am said don't. I said don't. And our intern Haley said don't.
Yes.
But you know what I didn't look at? What was at the seafood stand?
I didn't look there. It was the end of the day. I didn't trust any of that to be fresh. There's no water around there. I was looking for land mammals because they had them across the street.
Literally across.
Literally fresh across the street.
But you got to remember, Joey, they don't have a slaughtering area. Now they have a birthing station, a milking station, but they ain't got a slaughter station.
There's enough room. Why isn't there?
There isn't enough room. There ain't enough room to kill. Not many people got to watch that.
Just have a box, have a shed out back.
Hey, that cow that don't want to move no more. Take him out back. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Joey. That's not the way we do things.
Cart them off like an NFL offensive lineman with a shattered patella.
And then shoot him in the back of the head.
Put them down.
Oh my God. I'm like, my mind is picturing this happening. And it's like, the kids. It's the kids just watching. Oh, what happened to that cow, mommy? That cow broke his leg. He's going in the back. He's going home for the night.
I think if they had that as a viewing area, then you'd just separate the whole world into a section of like vegetarians and psychopaths.
Yes. Because the psychopaths would be sitting there. They'd be for it.
Yeah.
Maybe okay.
Like my brother.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, oh, can I have that? Can I have that cut?
Get me that rib. Get me that, ma'am. Get me that rib. That's your brother watching live slaughter. It's like, ma'am, I need those loins.
Why does his voice? Why do you have his voice raising 6 octaves? So I have that. So there's a kitty bread. Then I have these whatever freak meat sandwiches.
Yes.
And then I don't know what that fried chicken stick was.
That was okay. I'm gonna tell you the truth about where they got all this meat from, okay? Because I'm poor at heart. They bought it from Murray's. This is all Murray's Foods. Like everything they gave y'all us at the fair was Murray's Foods.
In retrospect, that all makes sense now. Because I've had a Murray's before. It's the only other time I've tasted that level of like fake
food.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste real in any way.
What did they have to do to this to make it taste this fake?
So, yeah, we had the chicken on a stick. They ran out of pork chops on a stick, which kind of sucks.
The only thing that actually was decent was, and I don't even know if that was vinegar I sprayed on those chips.
It's like, you need to get tested. Sprayed COVID on that fucking food.
I don't know. There's not a bottle. There's spray bottles with brown water next to the Old Bay. So
did it taste like vinegar? Please God tell me it did.
I think there was a hint of it, but I didn't spray enough of it to really.
It was watered down vinegar. What
Probably the cheap country ass.
They gave you watery vinegar.
I was so
what
mad.
the fuck is the point in this?
It's just so rude.
Oh my God. But
I think they use a leftover watery vinegar from those iced tea stations.
Probably so. Fucking iced tea, man.
How do they have the nerve to have a tip jar at the iced tea stand? You sell 2 different size cups
of iced tea.
That has to be the most simple jack job of all time.
How do you want iced tea? You want iced tea?
Iced tea make you feel good.
Oh man. So and then at the end of the night, we finally got on some rides. We got on the Mind Eraser. I think that's the name of it. I don't know what it's called.
Gravitron?
Gravitron. That's the technical name
of it?
The
one where my cell phone went up behind the seat.
Yeah, cell phone flew from under you as everything else was pinned to the seat.
It's because I was doing unnecessary sit-ups.
Yeah, Joey tried to kill himself on the fucking Gravitron. But Joey, I also did the Mirror House with my daughter. Worst mistake of my goddamn life. I will never.
I knew better than to get in there.
I was like, okay, so we get down from the slide. I looked at the dude, and I was like, there's another way down from this, right? And he's like, nah, slide. And so I get on the slide, and my feet shoot up over my head.
It's not even like a regular slide; it's a swirl slide. So you
got to hit that bitch right, because if you don't, you're going to shoot off of it,
or you're gonna get stuck every single inch.
Every inch, because you got to wear pants so that you get through it. Because if your skin touches that thing, you're just gonna. All you hear is. The hell's wrong with me?
If your skin touches, it turns into an Iron Maiden song real quick.
Yes, it does.
Just a hot fiberglass.
So then we played games to win prizes for our ladies.
I still don't understand what the hell's on those wiffle balls.
I don't know why those wiffle balls were that dirty.
What worries me is I was delirious and didn't think things through, and I ate
funnel cake,
soggy funnel cake, because they had a line a mile long, and I guarantee you that oil was dirty as all hell.
Oh, that oil ain't getting filtered ever.
It didn't get filtered, and it was cold. It had to be. There's no other way. It takes that long.
Yeah, they weren't doing anything right in that funnel cake stand. We got funnel cake. I got my
the fry stand. They were doing this shit right.
Yeah, I got
it's
my
their source material was questionable.
My deep fried Oreos, because you got to get those at the state fair. Mm-hmm. At least I thought you had to go. That would have
been a better choice than that funnel cake.
See, I thought you had to go to like Oklahoma or like Ohio, so like the Valley states.
Nah.
To get food like that.
Nah.
Like when they deep fried everything, where you're just sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a deep fried Hershey's Kiss.
No, once Redneck Woman came out, then white people started taking pride in being white trash, and so it just kind of spread throughout the land.
Okay, I can dig white trash. I'm good with white trash.
I have certain expectations for white trash. Yes. There's certain things I expect them to do well,
and I expect barbecue to be way fucking better than that bush that they passed off as barbecue. You know why? Because those weren't like normal whites.
Nah,
those were Baltimore County whites. They purples. They a little off. They're the Thanoses. They're the Thanos of white people. Like they really fuck shit up for no reason sometimes. And you're like, wait, what kind of white person are you?
You can't get it. They only work with Spam.
Yes. They're great with Spam.
Give them any conglomerated meat and they'll be fine.
It's got to be gelled together in order for them to make it work.
That doesn't excuse the nonsense. So Sunday we went to is it Steel Fire Grill? I think it's Steel Fire Grill.
Steel Fire, okay.
Which is apparently a burger joint in Columbia. That got the Howard County's best burger. I don't know how, because that burger was hot trash.
How bad was it, Joey?
It was like if the place that made the ribeye sandwich
opened the burger joint. Damn.
Because they had this big hunk of flavorless meat, and they tried to dress it up with a bunch of nonsense.
What do you mean?
Just the beef had no...
They didn't season the beef?
They didn't season the beef at all.
Even Gordon Ramsay put salt and pepper on the motherfucker.
Thank you.
Damn, Gordon Ramsay. And he's British. He ain't got no teeth.
No damn salt. I'm like, any salt at all. They put they go, oh, well, it's got onion straws and bacon. And like, I don't need like a lot of not taste to go with my little bit of taste. Like,
it's got onion straws and bacon.
Barbecue sauce. And then they're out here pushing firecracker shrimp, which aren't they supposed to be a little bit crispy?
You're supposed to fry them and then toss them in sauce.
Yeah, whatever sauce they tossed them in.
They oversauced them.
It was just like,
but they let them sit.
They were sludgy.
Yeah, they let them sit. Whenever you toss food, I've learned over the last couple of years, you got to toss it. It's got to be like hard fried, and then you toss it quick.
Yeah,
and then hand it out. Like if you toss,
you also don't toss it in some sauce that involves mayo, clearly, because there's no other way they could have that consistency.
Why do you think mayo is on everything, Joe?
Because that's what white people do.
They put mayo on everything?
Well, why was it that color?
Oh, it was white?
It was like a peach.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't it firecracker shrimp supposed to be like red. A light sugar?
It's supposed to be red or brown.
It's like a sweet chili sauce.
Yeah.
but it ain't supposed to be like opaque.
Yeah, you white folks
See,
fucked that up too.
Yeah.
You and your white people, man. You need to
And
get
then they
your
had
people together.
cheesesteak egg rolls,
Okay.
which they insisted on putting honey mustard on for some goddamn reason.
Putting it on him?
Yeah, drizzled all in there. And like,
No.
thank you.
Stop putting shit on my food. See?
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I was so angry. Like, at the end of this is like 3 days in a row of just unnecessary white people shit.
See, my daughter, like, we were driving the other day and she was like, hey, Dad, can we go to Milk and Honey? And I said, we'll see. And my we'll see is no. I have a dad, we'll see. But when I said we'll see, I meant no because I don't want the motherfuckers just giving me something and telling me you better eat that.
Yeah, but
because I don't like restaurants who do that type of shit.
I don't like it either. But you know what? It would have been better than anything I ate this weekend, except for my mom's lasagna.
Okay, how was mom's lasagna?
My mom's lasagna was perfect as always.
All right, so you sweat already, mom's spaghetti. You nervous?
What?
Yeah. Oh, you don't know the lines?
No.
Oh, well, damn it! I forgot all the lyrics to fucking lose yourself. But at least your mom's spaghetti was good, Joey.
Oh,
You're
I don't know why you were going there with it. It just it took me a minute.
Italian food, spaghetti, lasagna.
Lasagna and spaghetti are very different things.
There's vomit on the sweater already. Mom's lasagna. It's like, what? Okay, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes it works, Joey. Sometimes it don't. This time, no, it didn't work.
I shouldn't even be eating tomatoes like that, but damn, that was good.
But did you use fresh tomatoes?
I don't care what she used. She made it work.
Oh, okay. Was it a makeup lasagna? Because I remember last time
Yes.
you said, okay.
This was a makeup lasagna.
It's makeup. All right, okay. Mom coming through in the clutch sometimes. She renewed your faith in white people.
No.
Oh, well.
No. There's white people and Italian people when it comes to food. It's a whole different group of. It's a whole different universe.
Okay. Well, true. I'm inclined to say
we
yes.
don't do that dumb shit.
You all did the right thing and kept all your spices to yourself. See, the thing is, there were no spices in the Caucasus Mountains. So any people with like Nordic backgrounds, they don't know how to use spices because there's nothing growing on the ground because it was so cold when they were coming out the Caucasus Mountains.
That's why you never go to like any like major chain restaurant or white people restaurant and order anything Asian.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's always bad.
Yeah, true.
It'll sound good when you read on the menu. And you got to remember you're at Applebee's.
Yeah, you can't get it. You can't get that shit at Applebee's.
No.
You be at Applebee's by yourself. You don't remember that line either? You remember that line either?
No.
Huh? Couples Retreat?
I did not see Couples Retreat.
You didn't? Oh, you got to watch Couples Retreat, dude.
Okay.
Watch Couples Retreat, and then they come back to me and go, Vince Vaughn is stupid. And that's exactly what you'll say by the end of that movie. Vince Vaughn is stupid, and so is John Favreau.
Who is the... Wait, I remember part of it. Who is the... There was like some guy who was supposed to be the surfing and the instructor or the guru.
Yes. I forgot his name.
Was it Frank Azaria? I want to say
I think it is Frank Azaria. I think it's Frank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria. Frank Azaria or Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria. He don't mind, but I know. I think it's a different guy because he.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Because I don't think Hank could get in that kind of shape.
Actually, Hank's been in pretty good shape for some things. He was he got all ripped up for was it one of those running around movies?
One of those running around movies?
Fat Boy Slim or whatever the hell. Run, Fat Boy, Run.
Okay. Oh, that was one of those, was that, who's that guy? Simon Pegg movies.
Yeah, Simon Pegg. He definitely wasn't in Couples Retreat, though.
No.
I don't know who.
Look at the cast of Couples Retreat.
Looking at it now.
That is probably the funniest cast you can see in a movie. And just go, what the fuck are these people doing together?
I forgot who played who in that.
Why is John Favreau in this movie? I think it was right before Chef because he's like fat John Favreau.
You know what? I forgot Peter Serafinowicz was in that.
Who's Peter Serafinowicz?
He was the Tick. Did you see the most recent version of the Tick?
No, I didn't.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. I trying to remember what else he's been in that you might have seen.
See, and you haven't seen the movie, so you can't say me who he played.
He played a character named Stanley.
Stanley. Yes, Stanley. Stanley the concierge.
Yeah.
Okay, watch this movie, Joey.
All right.
Watch this fucking movie. You would appreciate this movie more than most fucking people.
I saw I think half of it because it was on somewhere where I was, but I definitely haven't seen the whole thing.
You got to sit through it and watch it. You will laugh your ass off. Down the beach and naked. Face all love in this movie will make you cry laughing because he does unnecessary shit. And being a fat dude and saying, hey, you know what, I'm gonna try to go after skinny chicks. This is exactly how that life would be for me if I tried what he did. I'd be like, no, I can't do this shit. Oh man. But you know, Joe, we're gonna take a break, man.
All right.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna get into some more crazy shit going on in the world, man. What's going on out in these streets, Joe?
We had some. I'm on the wrong screen. Where's my references? Where's my stuff? 50 Cent saying some dumb shit. We got the revenge of the teenage angst as Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears were in the news, and then Clinton Portis has gotten into some shit.
Okay. Sounds like a pretty jam-packed show, man.
And then some crazy shit's happening in space. Space
again, bro?
Yep.
Oh, man. But we're going to take a quick break, Joey. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be back with more fun and more thrills on me. That Comedy Podcast.
I can take you far, baby.
You are now tuned in to the soft sounds of Kiwi Casanova.
Mac Daddy, let me get it started. Talk my shit better. Fat nigga on a fraternity. I'm a big stepper. I'm plain Jane. All y'all rock is designer. Bitches throw pussies at me. All I rock is vaginas. I just be laid back. All I got is recliners. I wouldn't join the Navy shit. All I got is Rihanna. You jive turkeys is frivolous. I'm a light, this a filament. Slip the disc, I'm acryling it. I ain't feeling it. I'm a pimpin' the night, skin glistening. I be in your kitchen making grits and putting dick in your wife. Kimi Casanova, the floating got colder than Nova Scotia. I'm rolling my motion, making your hoe let me motorboat her.
And we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. I am DJ Marcus with Joey LoFaro in the That Comedy Studios, and this segment of That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Smooth My Balls. That's right. The Smooth My Balls Turf Chopper 3.0 will get you smooth as a baby. Yeah. If you want to be smooth down there for your lady, get it smooth with Smooth My Balls. Turf Chopper 3.0. 20% off of the That Comedy code. Just look at the That Comedy website. That Comedy Instagram. You can find the code and the message. Everything is there. That Comedy. Smooth My Balls. And we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. I'm DJ Marcus, Joey LoFaro. And we are here in the That Comedy Studios, Joey. I am pimping. You know how it is, Joe? You know what it means to be pimping? You ever been
somewhat.
pimping?
I think only by accident.
I'm eating charcuterie with juice in my throat.
Whoa.
That's what he said there, right there. That's some pimp shit. I'm eating charcuterie with some juice in my throat.
But how you gonna breathe?
Oh, well, it's a lot less feasible than you think.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, Joey, we are back on the show, man. It has been a long week. What is going on, my friend? It's craziness. I mean, these nuts in these streets, heavy, JoJo.
Yes. Also, these kids are in these streets.
What are these kids doing?
What week is it?
They're going back to school.
Back to school. That's actually why we're here with you a little bit earlier than usual.
Yes. DJ Marcus has back to school duties as daddy.
And I work in education.
You work in education, so you have to be up and ready to go for all those kids in Florida who are going to be calling you tomorrow to fix their Chromebooks. Because your company is just going to be on fire tomorrow. Oh, man. So the kids are going back to school, Joey.
Yep.
Now, they're going back to school. I, for one, am for it. I'm ready for these kids to get out these houses. They've been in the house for a year and a half now of just fucking around. They've been playing and they ain't been doing no work. So now it's time for my daughter is moving into the 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Haley, the assistant intern of the Dot County podcast, she's moving to the 5th grade. She's gonna be graduating this year. Graduating out of there, man.
There you go.
I need her to get a 5.0. So I don't know why. It don't matter. I don't know who the fuck looking at elementary school transcripts, but if colleges
get into that good middle school,
if colleges are looking at your elementary school transcripts, fuck that college. That's what I say to that. But yeah, man,
save all that hard work for the high school years.
Yeah, you got from 8th grade through 12th. This is when you strive.
Yep.
You strive as hard as you can. And like I told her, hey, I don't want you to hit all A's and B, all straight A's, but I need you to bring no D's in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring no D in this house. And I mean that from now until you're 25.
God damn it.
Don't bring no D's in this house. That's daddy.
No D's in this house. There's no D's in this house.
Certified daddy. 7 days a week. I got to write that. I got to write that one. That one's got to be written. I don't think nobody wrote it yet. But
it's got to start with some girl bringing her boyfriend home. It's like, are you sure? I'm afraid of your dad. Why?
And all you hear is, whoop. There's no D's in this house. There's no D's in this house. Oh, okay. We're going to write that up. But yeah, man, school's starting up and it's going to be a fun week, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think my daughter's ready to go back.
Okay.
She's been talking to her friends on her computer. I got her computer fixed. I think, did I tell you about that on the podcast, or was it just between you and I?
I don't recall.
No recall. Yeah, she broke her monitor, the screen on her Chromebook, and I had her figured out how to fix that. And good thing for me that these damn things belong to the county; they don't belong to me. So, because if it belonged to me, I would have kicked her whole ass, and they would have been like, "Man, Marcus, why you always fucking with kids, man? You beating up these babies? No, that baby cost me money. You ever beat somebody that owe you money? You ever see somebody do something that don't look right that owe you money?"
Oh, like that time when I was living in Philadelphia and my roommate who asked for us to include him on the cable bill with the DVR when even we didn't have DVR, and was telling me how he had a hard day trying to go get weed from his weed dealer instead of paying his fucking cable bill.
Yeah, that's the general situation. Or like when you come home because you bought all the groceries in the house and you say, you know what, I want some watermelon when I get in the house. And you cut up a whole watermelon the night before. And you say, you know what, it's going to be some waiting for me when I get home today. And some little fucking kid ate a whole fucking watermelon in a day. And you trying to figure out where the fuck is it at? Because this motherfucker ain't big. She's big as the fucking Turf Chopper 3.0 from Smooth My Balls. See that? It ain't that big, folks. It fits in this box. She ain't that big, man. So it's craziness, man. And so now I'm ready. I'm ready for the kids to go back to school. And when she goes, we've already given our pittance, our pound of flesh to this county. All the school supplies that the county asked us to bring in and everything else. That's the hustle of the hustles. That's a hustle of all hustles, Joey. This fucking school supply list. These motherfuckers, I'm gonna read you the school supply list, okay?
Okay.
Because this damn list, it didn't make any sense to me when I first started reading it. And then I was like, all right, so they really need all this shit, really? And then I kept reading through it. I'm like, she don't need all this shit.
No, it's actually just so that they don't have to actually supply their own stuff into the classroom.
Yeah, so it starts off with earbuds or headphones for Chromebook to keep at school. 3 packages of wide rule loose leaf paper for home and school, replenished throughout the year. That's in bold letters. Okay. Make sure you get more of that. Paper. Okay. All right. 1 5-pack of highlighters, multicolors.
Okay.
5 composition books. 2 packs of colored pencils, 1 for home and 1 for school.
I don't understand what the point of having the loose leaf paper and the composition books is.
There you go. Because you can't tear out composition books.
That's what I'm saying. So, but
just give them loose leaf paper.
Loose leaf paper. What do you need the composition book for?
I agree. So okay, we started. We had the 2 packs of colored pencils, one for home, one for school. 1 pack of markers, 1 pack of pink erasers, 5 large glue sticks, colored pens for home and school, replenished throughout the year.
Didn't someone invent? Didn't I see there's something out there about food scented glue sticks?
Glue sticks. Something to make these kids eat shit that they shouldn't eat.
Every single parent I saw commenting on that was like, "Fuck you, Elmer's."
You know what? I read this wrong. It says 50 sharpened pencils, 40 to stay at home. In front of you is the box of sharpened pencils that I bought.
And they come pre-sharpened?
They're pre-sharpened.
Okay.
Now look in that box.
This box seems heavy.
That is 140 fucking pencils.
Good lord. This is all pencils, all the way down.
Yeah, it's pencils all the way to the bottom.
This is a pencil brick.
Yes, it is. There's 140 pencils in there. I bought that because I thought it said 3 packs of 50 pencils for some reason. I don't know where I read that. I think reading this list got me cross-eyed, so that I started adding shit together.
You could knock out an intruder with this.
Yes, you can. And I will.
Okay.
All right. So then you got 1 pack of...
like pencil fighting.
1 pack of Expo markers.
Come on.
Let's go. You got this. 1 pack of Expo markers, 1 zipper pencil pouch, 3 pads of sticky notes, scissors for home and school, medium size, not primary scissors, 1 package of 1/4-inch graph paper, 5 2-pocket folders, 1 for Spanish, a ruler with both inches and centimeters, 1 2-pocket folder for Friday folder use, a surge protector, sheet protectors, pack of 100. See, you know what I did? I mixed up the pack of 100 of those and the pack of pencils.
I need somebody to write a video game for a TI-83 Plus. That's just like a boxing video game, but it's all pencil fights.
That'd be a fun game.
And you gotta like scrounge for it. Then you can like after you win with the cheap one, you can sometimes upgrade.
Do they still use TI-83s?
No, but just for that game to make sense, that's where it have to exist.
It had to work in there. And then 3
you have to go to a vintage arcade to play it.
3 pong folders, 2 plastic, not paper, erasable pens, mechanical pencils, 1 pack each, 2 packs of pens, 1 pack of pencil. It's a lot of goddamn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did misread some of this stuff, so she has a lot of extra. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not dad. I just get.
Hey, you have it for next time.
Yes. Next time when she doesn't hand it all into the school.
Some of these supplies are transferable. What happened here?
Her mechanical, she eat the fruit. That's what happened there. Jesus Christ, Joey, how the fuck?
I thought it was sealed.
I can tell you it wasn't. From over here, I can tell you it wasn't sealed. Jesus Christ, Joey. This is the type of shit you deal with. But with these kids going back to school, Joey, COVID is going to be a concern.
Yeah, it already is a concern.
It's a concern anyway, but COVID in Montgomery County started last week, and they are already, how many people, Joey?
About 1,000 students and staff are quarantined.
Yes. Because, again, people, the shit's still there. Let's stop acting like, okay, this shit, it was 2 years. We're done with COVID. No, God damn it. This was not a bad relationship.
We knew that the kids were going to be the end of us all.
Oh yeah, they're going to kill everybody. It's going to be them. It's Lord of the Flies. That's what's going to happen. They're going to get all the parents sick, and they're going to take over the world.
They don't listen, and we're not allowed to hit them anymore.
Who's not? Shit. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you do.
Hey, I didn't say I did. I said who's not allowed to hit them.
Carol and Jane don't, and that means that Aiden is going to be a little fuck shit.
Why are Carol and Jane a lesbian couple that keeps fucking it up for everybody?
It's a man named Carol.
Oh yeah, it's like Destiny. It's a bunch of feminine fucking men Feminine fucking men. That's what we're creating in this fucking world. Feminine men. What happened to John, Bruce, Rocco? What happened to them? I need another Rocco.
Rocco.
It's a Rocco Jones.
That is an old world name.
Where's Rocco Jones? He was a badass, and he ain't take no shit.
Rocco's didn't make it past the 70s. That's the last time you had a Rocco. There was a Rocco Jr. and he was a fuckhead.
He got beat. He got beat by Skippy.
Because his dad was a war hero and he couldn't live up to it, so he was a little fuck shit. And everybody was like, Cousin Rocco's a dumbass. And then no one wanted to name their kid Rocco again.
Rocco was beaten up by Prince. Prince the Third. Oh man, but Joey, school started, man. How do you feel, man? You don't have no kids, so does this just feel like it's just another part of the year?
It's different. This is my first time. So I've been working for an education company for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And it's always been kind of our busy season. In fact, today would historically has been our busiest day of the school year.
Is today the first day of school?
It is for a lot of schools. A lot of the rest of the schools like still start opening in August. So a big chunk of them open the day after Labor Day.
Okay, now here's the thing about the day after Labor Day this year. So all my Jews out there, it's Rosh Hashanah, Hava Nagila to all my Jews out there.
Well, I don't know about all that. Here's the thing. I've gone from in the previous years, I was working in K-12, and now I'm dealing mostly with college. So I've graduated to a different level of education support, and now those dates are all shifting around because colleges don't operate that way.
They don't keep it on timetables. So, with you doing colleges now, what is homeschooling college?
What do you mean?
As a company you work for does homeschooling, right?
The company I was originally hired for, the company that I that bought that company has always done everything, everywhere.
That is true. Is that our guest?
I'm not sure, but I will find out.
Boom, boom, boom. That's a lot of noise for being nobody. Or was that my computer? That could have been my computer.
It might have been because I don't know what that's.
You'll see nothing. All right, cool. But yeah, man.
We're getting some reports from the field that there's a unstable situation at an open mic. We may get a live report. We may not.
Okay, all right. Well, if they come in, man. They come. Bring us to live, and then she can do that thing where she does this the whole time. Could she do more of this, Joey? Because last week she did a bunch of this. Did you see it? I guess you're not paying attention to me because it's just you and me on the podcast again this week, and you don't pay attention to me.
I got some. Okay, John Cena.
That's what you should do. That's what Kandyce should do. Every day, you can't see me. Hide behind the big rock. You can't see me.
I mean, that's what she's kind of doing to us this week.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, man. What else is going on out there in these streets, Jim?
We had 2021 decided to be an asshole and take another great from us.
They took the man, dude. They took quite possibly the most feared individual with a scar across his face that I ever seen.
They got Omar.
And it wasn't no little kid this time in the bodega in the middle of Baltimore. It was some fentanyl. I guess that's what they found in the house.
Yeah.
He had an overdose. I mean, it's a sad situation. But again, man, he was one of the best to do it. I saw him. He was at the BET Awards this year when they did the tribute to DMX. And it was like uncanny how he looked like DMX. And he was saying DMX's words. And it's just like, this is weird. It's a little unnerving, but then you go, this is just crazy. It feels like X is back and he's just talking through this shit. But yeah, man, so we lost Michael K. Williams. Safe home, my friend. Speedy passage through the other afterlife. Come back out on the other side, reborn as a baby tomorrow or something, man. We need another generation of people like him. Because he was a good dude. Everything I read about him says he was a good dude. Only person that said anything negative about him was fucking 50 Cent.
Yeah, about that. He's getting a little heat because he thought it was a good time for him to plug his book.
No, it's a season 3 of Power Book.
Oh, Power Book 3.
Power Book 3.
I don't know if that makes sense, but if you didn't see Raising Canaan, check it out. That fentanyl is no joke, killing the clientele. R.I.P. Michael K. Williams.
I wasn't supposed to laugh like that. But that shit is ridiculous. 50 Cent's a fucking idiot. I swear to God, he's a fucking idiot most of the damn time.
Hashtag Branson Cognac. Hashtag Leche Midori. Hashtag Bottle Rover. What?
50 Cent is ridiculous. He's a ridiculous fucking human being.
He's an idiot.
And okay.
Go drop that COVID weight. It's all in your cheeks.
So I guess they talk about fentanyl in his last season of Power Book 3.
Yeah.
And fentanyl killed Michael K. Williams. Too soon, 50. You can't do that shit, man. You can't do that to the people. He was beloved by the people.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. You can do that to certain people. Like when I don't even know who died famous that you could do that.
Well, I can kind of see 50. So apparently this started over. Michael K. Williams had defended music executive Jimmy Henchman Rosemond, who was found guilty of hiring a hitman to kill a pal of 50's.
Oh.
So that's the root of the...
Well, it's street shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, 50 stays street positive for some reason. I don't know what the fuck. 50 is a billionaire and he's still in these damn streets way more than he goddamn needs to be.
No.
If I had his money, I'd be so far away from the streets. Them motherfuckers be calling me talking about, hey man, you don't come back. You sold out. I sure the fuck did. Sold out, bought new.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck y'all want to do? Because let these stocks squeeze. You ain't gonna know me. If I come around a Rolex, how you get a Rolex, Marcus? I traded all those other watches. I got a Rolex now. But yeah, man, it's 50 is a dick, and he's a dick most of the damn time.
And then he put new caption alert: "Hey Jimmy, your man OD'd."
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
He went all the way in.
He went hard. Did he need to? No. Is that who he is? Yes. So it's on
this
brand.
This is like that scene with Omar and Bird in the courtroom.
Yes, it is. It is. And unfortunately, Omar is Bird this time. Yeah. Oh, man. But, man, what else is going on in the world, Joe?
So I don't know when you last checked in with Britney Spears.
Last week I called her. She told me that she was doing all right.
Okay.
Now she did do a hand bra titty pic that was surfing around the internet for a little bit.
What?
She had a hand bra up.
The hell's a hand bra?
It's when chicks like they don't want to show their boobs.
Oh, they make it.
So they do
make
that.
a bra out of their hands.
Yeah, so they do this so the men don't see their tits, and it's
Okay.
like, well, what the fuck's the point in that? I wasn't searching for you to see your hands.
Teasing.
I was searching for you to see.
It's like a preview.
Your tea.
It's like
it's
like the trailer for the rated R movie.
Yeah. It's like that blurred out scene in the rated R movie where you're like, I know I'm gonna see tits when I go to this rated R movie, but then you're like, oh damn, it was that fast. It was pretty quick. They must have slowed it down for the preview. But yeah, so what's going on? Her and her dad been getting into it lately?
They've been he's had conservatorship over her for a number of years.
Why?
Because they said she was crazy because she shaved her head or whatever the heck happened.
But didn't she like get better and then she go to rehab or some shit?
I don't know, but I guess he's been dragging his feet, taking her out of conservatorship.
Okay.
So, and she's attempted to remove her father twice in the last 2 years.
And it didn't work?
She refuses to perform while he retains control over her in any capacity.
Okay.
So
Her dad finally gave it up, didn't he?
He's filing a petition for to end her conservatorship on Tuesday. He had control of her estate for 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and she's basically saying like he just like was doing this because he wanted to have control. He's a control freak, crazy, you know.
Well, crazy does run in families. Her crazy was just public. His crazy was private, and he took all her shit.
Yep.
Well, good luck to you, Miss Spears. I do wish you the best of luck.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I told you, when you call me, just make sure I know what number it is that you're calling me from, Brittany.
All the free Britney people can shut the fuck up.
Free Brittany, leave Brittany alone. Leave Brittany alone.
Yeah, enough of that.
I think that's how those people breathe too. They breathe like Blue when they finish talking. They go. It's the souls of Jesus that are inside of Blue.
Speaking of Blue, he had a birthday this weekend.
He sure did. Happy belated birthday, Big Bad Blue. We want to wish you a happy birthday, man. Yeah. I don't know anything else to say. Happy birthday, Blue.
Yeah.
Give him a shout out on the podcast.
He's at that tender age where you realize that, hey, when you change the venue of an event the day before, you need to do more than just say, here's where the new event is. You need to specify, not at this place, it's at this place as a courtesy, because it's a last minute change. It was this way, and now it's not.
So he moved it from one area to another area.
One green turtle to another. Which would have been more convenient had I not already went to the wrong one.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's still a dick.
It is. I need to read text better, but
he does that type of shit on purpose sometimes. Sometimes I think he does it to get a rise out of people. He's just like, hey man, I did change that. I sent the text. Oh, you don't read text, nigga? Nobody did. Because I didn't know. I didn't know they changed it until he sent me a private message.
Yeah.
And it made me look back at the venue, at the invite. And I was like, oh shit, he did change that.
See, I didn't do that step, and that's where I messed up.
Yeah, so yeah, again, happy birthday, Big Bad Blue.
When I got the text, I was like, yeah, I know it's tomorrow. I didn't process the change, the different.
I know what it is.
To be fair, I was on my way to go see Shang-Chi, and I was kind of like, oh,
how was Shang-Chi?
It was actually excellent.
Okay, have you been watching What If?
I watched some of it.
Okay, I'm using your Disney Plus, so it may show as watched.
Okay,
that's
fair.
Which one did you watch? Which episode did you watch?
I saw the Captain America. If it was actually
Peggy,
mm-hmm. And I think it was What If Chadwick Boseman was Star-Lord.
Yes. What if they kidnapped T'Challa instead of Peter?
Quill.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Now in that, okay, we're gonna digress from these nuts for a second. Now in that one, did you expect Thanos to come out the way he did in that one? that was the biggest damn shock, and it's like, huh? He got Thanos to stop and become a Ravager.
Yeah. There was so much.
How did T'Challa convince Thanos to become a Ravager? It's like, what? None of this makes any damn sense.
It's just that likable, I guess.
I think that's what they were going with. Just that character is more liked than anybody in the fucking MCU.
I mean, Peter Quill was kind of an idiot.
He was. Well, it was Peter Quill's fault that everything happened.
Yeah.
If he didn't go all crazy and punching Thanos in the face, knowing Mantits was on top of him. Is their name Mantits?
Mantis?
Mantits.
Mantis.
Mantits.
No.
It's not Mantits?
You're putting a pause in there that doesn't belong there. Speaking of man-tits, you know who doesn't have man-tits?
Who?
Christina Aguilera.
She sure the hell doesn't.
She went...
she got lady tits.
She went and made an Instagram post very similar to her the stripped album cover.
Okay, well she did a hit. She did a hair bra.
Yeah, she did the hair bra.
Hair bra. So these women are trying to find mysterious ways to keep titties out of our faces, Joey.
I mean, you know what? But you still, I mean, for her age,
they're sitting
they're
pretty
still
high.
at a good place.
They are sitting pretty fucking. I think they got worked on now.
Nah,
She's had 2 kids.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't. I mean, you got me really studying this photo harder than I should be right now.
So it's like I don't see it. I mean, I'm looking, but I'm not in it because they sit really freaking high, and I'm all for them. Now, don't get me wrong. Now,
I don't think they sit that high. It's just that she's a small framed person.
Yeah, she is small.
Although I don't know what she's got going on with this pencil lip or whatever the hell. That I don't know. That's a little. It looks like she's got like a mustache or like a mini goatee. Who authorized that?
I don't know. I don't know what she's doing with her face. I'm not looking at her face, Joey. Okay. Every time I type in the wrong thing, it throws me off. So I'm gonna stop typing in Christina Aguilera tits, and that way my browser history doesn't just keep coming up with nudes.
You're gonna get a virus doing that.
I know. It's called chlamydia. Phone chlamydia. I'm gonna get phone chlamydia.
You got to get clapped up.
Get the phone clap. Oh man, what else is going on, Joe?
So there was Simone Biles has a message for haters. I can't hear you over my 7 Olympic medals. So
Ching ching, bitch, ching ching. She clapping them motherfuckers together. Clink, 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 clink. I got one for each day of the week. How many you got? That's her fucking Rick James.
yeah.
I got more medals than your mama.
He said, I'm proud of myself and the career I've had thus far. The Olympics doesn't erase the past accomplishments I have achieved, nor does it define who I am as an athlete. I pushed through so much in the past couple of years. The word quitter is not in my vocabulary.
Yes, you bitches. That's what she needs. She needs an exclamation point down. Yes, you bitches.
Can I just say I'm glad that we get to experience that in our lifetime?
Strong black women?
Well, yes, but also just this particular, like this whole what she went through and did this summer was a great shiny example of that, and it feels really good to be witness to somebody. Not like, because people will argue, oh well, she took the easy road, she quit, whatever. But it's like, no, she ignored all this bullshit that you put on her for doing that and did what she needed to do anyway for herself, which is a bigger win.
And she gonna come back next year and flip out the fucking stadium at Nationals and kill everybody.
I mean, the thing is, we needed somebody that elite to show us it's okay to not be beholden to the expectations of others. Like that, I don't think we've had another athlete like a
at
goat,
that level,
a true goat of their profession, come out and do that and just say, no, I'm not going to do what you want. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care what you need to. And like that takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot.
It does.
To ignore all that crap. And it's empowering. Even, it doesn't matter who you are. You can take that lesson and learn from it. People are mad because they've been raised a way to not respect or emulate or see it that way.
Yeah. And
you feel stupid when you've been banging your head against a wall and you're like, no, you're supposed to bang your head against the wall harder than everybody else.
Thank you. They make that a sign of weakness when it wasn't. That was the biggest sign of strength that she could do, is to step away on the biggest stage.
Yeah,
because that's when you're sitting there. You're going, if she had put herself through it, everybody would have heralded her as a champion that pushed her way through it. But stepping away from it shows, you know what? It's not that important.
Yep.
It's not necessary for me to be a human being, for me to win more medals. I've won. I've done them all.
She proved it to herself, and that was all that she needed to.
And same thing Obama said. He's like, I have no more races to run because I won all them motherfuckers. And then he left. And that's exactly what she fucking did.
Done, diddly undone.
Yep. And I'm proud of her. Again, I don't know her personally. Maybe if I met her in person and she was like 2 feet tall, like I'm guessing she is. Seemed like she's like a leprechaun, little jump standing next to me. Just run up and jump off like a wall and kick me in the side or something. It seemed like she could do some shit like that. I don't know why. What are
you, Soundwave, and she's one of the cassette tapes?
She's coming running. For some reason, here's how I see me and Simone Biles meeting each other. She comes running down a hallway at me and then just jumps off a wall and kicks me in the chest. I don't know why. She doesn't say why. And she says, hello, Marcus, and walks off. I don't understand this conversation.
Yeah, be careful getting kicked by them thighs.
I know.
That's how you break a rib.
That's how you broke.
So you puncture a lung.
The whole thing just broke up. She's like, hey, Marcus. Oh, man. But what else going on, man? What these sports nuts doing, man?
In less heroic news, you remember Clinton Portis?
Did he play for the Redskins?
CPO. He played for Washington for a while.
Didn't he do an Eastern Motors commercial?
He did. I think he also did a commercial for a sub shop at one point. He did a lot of commercials.
He
also wore a lot of goofy outfits after games.
Yeah, he was a weird guy.
I guess he spent a lot of his money because he just got caught up in a healthcare fraud scheme.
PPP?
Yeah. He was among 3 former NFL players who have pleaded guilty for their roles in a nationwide scheme to defraud a healthcare program for retired NFL players.
He got a PPP loan, didn't he? Did he get one?
I guess. I mean, this is kind of stupid because it's like, okay, he was drafted in 2002.
Okay.
The program that he defrauded was set up in 2006. So this was set up for him. Like he was the first generation of players that were going to like benefit from this.
And get this, yeah. So he defrauded the healthcare fund that was set up.
Yeah, he caused submission of false and fraudulent claims to the plan on his behalf over a 2-month period, obtaining $99,264 in benefits for medical equipment that was not actually provided.
Hey, your CPAP machine?
I don't know. What's $100,000?
It's a CPAP machine,
I guess.
The
Portis, who earned 2 Pro Bowl selections during NFL career that spanned from 2002 to 2010, and a former wide receiver, Tamarick Vanover, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud on Friday, 2 days after their trial resulted in a hung jury. Both Portis and Vanover agreed to pay full restitution to the Upshaw plan.
Hold on a second. So they got a hung jury. Didn't they plead guilty?
Yeah. I know I was wrong. That's when you...
Yeah.
that's when you just go, you know what? Never mind. This is stupid.
I fucked up. Yeah. It's on me.
They still can face like 10 years in jail. So to be honest, pleading guilty is a little bit. You gotta respect it a little bit because they didn't have to do that. They could have.
I would fight that bitch to the last.
At that point, like but I think they understood that. I mean, that was also you also got to look your other
teammates, fellow cohorts,
former players in the face, and that's a different thing.
Yeah.
The other player was former linebacker Robert McCune.
Big Bob McCune?
He played for Washington and the Ravens from 2005 to 2008.
Acting like I know that motherfucker.
Yeah. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and healthcare fraud, 13 counts of healthcare fraud, 11 counts of wire fraud, and 3 counts of aggravated identity theft on the second day of the trial.
Aggravated identity theft? How the fuck you do that?
Why is it aggravated?
What is it aggravated by?
According to the Justice Department, the 40-year-old McCune orchestrated the nationwide scheme, which submitted $2.9 million in fraudulent claims being submitted to the Upshaw plan, with $2.5 million being paid out. He is scheduled to be sentenced on November 19th and faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison for conspiracy to commit wire fraud and healthcare fraud, 10 years for each count of healthcare fraud, 20 years for each count of wire fraud, and 2 years for each count of aggravated identity theft.
How many people really go to jail for healthcare fraud?
Depends on how many people that the judge wants to make an example out of.
Yeah.
I
mean, because we've all done some healthcare fraud. I know you did some.
I don't know what that means.
Like when you submit a false claim to your insurance company to get a check.
I don't submit claims.
No, your doctor does that.
Either goes through there. I pre-check everything before I go.
There you go. No, I've never
not covered. I don't go there.
There you go. It's the best way to do it. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never done any kind of fraud because again, fraud to black people gets you fucked up. Like you get like horrible time when you commit fraud as a black person. Like they don't. I don't know what it is. Like white people fraud. Y'all get to go to fun jail with like tennis courts and like massage bars and shit.
I wouldn't know about any of that.
Yeah, that's a white people jail. You never seen?
I've heard of it, but
the same joke that Belfort dude that went to in Wolf of Wall Street. They're fucking playing tennis with an ankle monitor. What the fuck? Why you got an ankle monitor? You playing tennis? What the fuck?
Make sure they don't die.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. But like, because I always think of like securities fraud and all those fraud charges where I'm like, how can you really tell it was fake or fraudulent if it went with the system that's already there? Like if it goes into the system that's there and it goes through, how is it fake or fraud? Because it went through the system. If your system has checks and balances, it should have been checked and balanced. Your system fucked up. It's not on me that your system's fucked up. They found a loophole in your system. These people should be congratulated. Clinton Portis, I'm here to say congratulations, my brother. You found a loophole in the system. May the brothers who get CTE from now on, maybe they can get some more insurance money than they did previously because they didn't remember submitting that claim the first time. Maybe that's what he did, Joey. Maybe he submitted one claim, said he had CTE, forgot he submitted the claim again. That's fucked up. That's a little fucked up, a little dark. But you know me, I'm dark, baby.
I think that
I like my humor like I like my women. Dark, baby.
I hope they find a way to not let this affect all the help that this program's doing for the players that actually need it.
Yeah, these players are fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't understand how. How are they this fucked up? Like, I've seen punch drunk boxers, so I understand brain trauma and things like that. But it's like at the rate that like NFL players are like dying, like young age dying. Like it's like pro wrestler numbers.
That's a similar problem. It's the constant physical impact of one person into another, and you gotta remember how big these guys are.
Oh, I know how big they are. I'm big as them.
Yeah, but we ain't that fast.
Yeah.
And I get like, let me put it this way: I do jiu-jitsu, and we have to do like somersaults to like do certain moves or warm up, and I'll get dizzy from doing them things because the amount of force and torque that is required for me to spin that fast.
Yeah.
So if I'm getting dizzy from just my brain sloshing around doing that, imagine what these guys are doing when they're running a 4.340 into another person of their same size.
And it's like zing.
Bam.
Now, I did have that happen to me when I played football. Yeah, I was a high school star athlete. I was all Met. Don't look it up. I was all county. Don't look it up. But I ran at a free safety on a punt return. Okay, I just ran full bore at him. I was on offense,
trying to kill somebody,
and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take him out." Coach said, "Run downfield, go after the ball." I'm gonna go do what the coach said. So I ran down the field, and when we got to each other, I don't know how we hit each other that hard, but I think I hit him a little less hard than he hit me because I went somewhere I don't know where I came back from. because he hit me and then I went boom and I rolled that way, and he stayed up and ran.
Oh damn!
And I was like, and everybody comes out there like, oh, but Coleman was downfield. It's the only thing they could really say that was good was I was downfield, but I got fucked up, and I got up and I was like, did I hit him? And the coach was like, yeah, you hit him. You ain't doing a good job at it though. Next time, wrap up, arms out, wrap him.
He got lower than you did, probably.
Yeah, and he fucked me up. And I mean, I could admit it now. I couldn't for a long time. This is age and maturity right now.
Yeah,
he fucked me up. And Charles Smiley, wherever you're at out there, man, glad you didn't play pro ball. So I'd have had to root for you, knowing you fucked me up at one point in time. But you went to school with me, so I would have rooted for you. It's purely on those spaces. But I would have been rooting against you in my heart because again, you fucked me up, Charles. Oh man, but what else going on in the world, Joe?
I don't know what that's like. I didn't really get fucked up.
You didn't play ball?
Oh, I did. I just didn't get fucked up.
You didn't get hit? Did you fuck anybody up?
I fucked a lot of people up.
Oh, well, good job.
Including my brother, but that wasn't really fair. He was kind of banged up that day. He was just kind of a sacrificial lamb.
Never tell you the football story where I caught an interception as a D lineman?
No, you didn't.
Okay. So we're in a scrimmage.
I've been wanting to do that. I haven't had that happen for me.
We're in a scrimmage. And again, this shit don't count. So it doesn't know. There's no record of it happening. Yeah. But I was there. I know it fucking happened. So we're going at it, and we're playing Mount Hebron. This is my freshman year. This is my sophomore year. I'm on JV. We're playing Mount Hebron, and we're going at him. And the DN goes in, gets in the QB's face, and he tips the ball right as the QB lets go. So that's just a duck, and it's just flapping right in the breeze. And I'm just like, oh shit. So I just look up, and I jump up in there and grab the bitch. And everybody's like, oh, Coleman got an interception. I'm like, I did get an interception, didn't I? That DN was so pissed at me. He was mad at me the whole fucking season. He's so mad. He was like, he took my fucking block away. And I was like, no, bitch, I got an interception. But it was like it's the coolest thing in the world when a big dude gets an interception or a touchdown. And it's like it's so unexpected, but it's fun.
Yes,
it's like but I caught it, and then I immediately went to the ground because I was literally on the line pushing the O lineman up. Yeah, I was holding him up, so when I caught the ball, it just freaks everybody out on the O line because they're like, "How the fuck you get it?" So then they're all trying to tackle me. So that means hundreds and thousands of pounds are on top of me because these are all high school boys that weigh too much. This is when we all weigh 200 pounds unnecessarily.
Mount Hebron is country.
Yes.
Biggins.
Worst Biggins. Fucking corn throwing fucking hell shit. Bastards. Hated them. Shit. Every year. Fucking scrimmage in Mount Hebron. Every year we scrimmaged them. Didn't play them all season. Right. Scrimmaged them every fucking year. Yeah. Worst fucking scrimmage every year because either we went down there and scrimmaged them, which was the worst fucking bus ride because it didn't matter. It was a scrimmage. It didn't fucking matter. You're going down there just to be at practice. You took a bus to practice.
We had a scrimmage one time in Laurel. We had a scrimmage in Baltimore City.
Ooh.
It was Carver Tech, I believe.
Carver? Okay.
And there was another team that was there too. There was like broken glass in the field and crackheads en route. And my dumbass decided to drive because I was a junior.
Oh yeah, you were gonna get robbed there.
I don't know how I got home.
You made it home, man. Because I was I played 3 years. 3 years of high school.
I'll never forget. There was a crackhead wandering the streets in his drawers with nose bleeding.
He got robbed. That was just a regular guy. He just looked like a crackhead because he got fucked up.
He had his arms out like
how the fuck this happened to me?
His eyes rolling back in his head.
Oh man, what else going on these streets, Jim?
So speaking of our justice system, as we moved off of that topic, so you remember how Texas was doing some dumb shit with their abortion laws recently?
Yeah.
Mexico has decided to decriminalize abortion.
So no criminal punishment at all for abortion.
In fact, criminalizing abortion is now unconstitutional according to Mexico's Supreme Court.
All right.
Which is kind of crazy because that's a Catholic conservative country.
Oh yes.
And they made that.
It ain't that damn Catholic conservative. The motherfuckers run cocaine.
I mean,
and marijuana and drugs, money, and violence.
Okay, but religiously.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that group.
You know what's next going to happen, Joe?
What?
Pope's going to say it.
Well, the other thing is,
waiting for the Pope.
Satanists in Texas have also submitted saying to the Supreme Court saying that the laws in Texas are unconstitutional because it's forcing them to do something not in concert with their religious beliefs. Because they're not allowed to have abortions after a certain point.
So what is their religion? You can kill everything?
I guess. I don't know what exactly, but they're saying that the laws in Texas are infringing on their right.
Why are they in Texas?
On their religious beliefs.
Why are Satanists in Texas?
Because it's Texas.
Everything's in Texas.
Texas is just big. And it's going to have a little bit of something. A little bit of everything.
Texas is weird because, it's open. So that's why so much, weird shit happens.
There's a lot of unchecked nonsense in the desert.
Yeah. Because there's a whole, area of Texas.
There's a lot of
that
square
no
footage.
one's in.
Yeah, where knowledge can't reach.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where the Texas Chainsaw Massacres happen.
Yeah.
In that area. There's still a sundown town in Texas. There's a lot of
towns out there that just have churches and nothing.
Yeah. There's still sundown towns in Texas?
What does that even mean?
You don't know what a sundown town is?
I forget what it is.
That's when black people can't be in your town after sundown?
Yeah, see, that's...
You didn't know those still existed?
No.
Yes, they still exist. In Texas especially.
How is that not illegal?
Because they are... Well, who's going to go and change it?
The federal government.
The government don't care that much about the rednecks. They don't care. You know what they tell black people to do when it comes to shit like that?
They went in
Drive
Waco.
around that town. Drive around that town. You know why they went to Waco? They went to Waco because that motherfucker said he was Jesus. You can't have a new Messiah in this bitch. It's a difference, Joey. It's a fundamental difference. And now, if these towns all said, "Hey, we have the new Messiah in them," guess what? We coming to kill you because they killed Jesus.
We could spin up some stories. Start a rumor.
Start a rumor. They got a Jesus in there.
They got Jesus in there.
They got Jesus in there. Oh man,
Go get him, Pontius Pilate. Go get him.
Don't wash your hands of this shit. Go get him, Pontius Pilate.
Don't tell me what you can't do. Go get him, Pontius. Sir, this is the ATF. What do you tell you? They got D Jesus in there. There's 3 Jesuses.
They got a Holy Spirit in the back.
And a holy dog.
Stupid shit. A holy dog. They got the holy dog in there.
They got a holy hot dog. 3 Jesus.
3 Jesus.
One of them might be a Jesus. There's 2 Jesuses, a Jesus, and a holy hot dog. Go get him, Pontius Pilate.
Go get him, Pontius Pilate. Oh my goodness. We need a gaggle of Jews to go to the U.S. Capitol and demand to crucify all the Jesuses. Yeah, this is the episode that gets us canceled.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, what else is going on, Joe?
So remember how Pluto's not a planet anymore?
I remember that.
So the same guy who told us that in 2006, Mike Brown.
Who? Mike Brown?
Now insists he's found a new 9th planet.
Okay, what's it called? Pluto?
I'm trying to see if there's a name yet.
That'd be hilarious if you named it Pluto just to fuck with people. It's like I found another planet named Pluto. I
feel like it's going to end up having a lot of rules. Why does this smack of that? What was that guy who started Scientology?
Oh, L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard. This smacks of L. Ron Hubbard to me.
L. Ron Hubbard. Okay, side note on L. Ron Hubbard, because we're going to talk about Scientology on the episode. We have like the whole gang here. Scientology is hilarious. L. Ron Hubbard only created Scientology so he had people to fucking work on his boat. He didn't give a fuck about none of these people. He wasn't trying to make nobody go clear. He wasn't trying to help nobody get like spiritual cleanliness. Nothing. He needed help on his motherfucking boat. So he said, hey, come with me. I'll be your spiritual teacher. And then when that motherfucker died, the motherfucker that took over, this Miscavige dude, oh my God. This dude is crazier than shit. He disappeared his wife. And anybody that asks about his wife disappears. So every time somebody new asks about his wife that disappeared, they disappear. That's what happened. That's why was that Leah Remini?
Arlie Ermy?
Huh? No, Leah Remini.
Who the hell's that?
She was on King of Queens. You remember King of Queens?
Oh, Leah Remini.
Leah Remini.
How are you pronouncing this?
Leah Remini, goddammit. Man tits.
Sounds like you're saying Leah Remini.
That's her name. Leah Remini.
It's Leah.
Leah Remini.
Remini.
Leah Remini, goddammit. You
Stop skipping over that vowel. She's Italian. Stop it.
No, she's not. She's a Scientologist. She ain't shit.
Well, she gave up.
She's ex-Scientologist. She ain't shit.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's why she got excommunicated, because she started asking where the wife was. So they were like, "Wait, you can't talk about her." We said no.
They get nervous when you ask them where the white women are.
Where the white women at? Hey, where the white bitches at? That'd be me at the fucking Scientology, like the Scientology church, just me standing out front going, "Hey man, find that Miscavige bitch and bring me the white bitches. Where the white bitches?"
Why did I just have a vision of us in blazing saddles and it somehow involves Scientology?
Because it would. Because it fucking would.
Now I want to make that movie. Sounds like the dumbest thing we've ever come up with. This is going to be magical.
It is. Gotta write it up. Gotta write up a treatment.
Go get a Pontius Pilate.
Go get a Pontius Pilate. Did we just rewrite, please?
I don't even know what just happened.
Which Mel Brooks movie was it where Gene Wilder and fucking was it a Mel Brooks movie where they went back in time?
Oh, I don't even know if that was Gene Wilder.
And Gregory Hines.
You're talking about that was a Mel Brooks movie. It was History of the World Part 1.
Yeah.
But I don't think Gene Wilder was in it.
Was he? He wasn't in it? So I remember Gregory Hines.
It was him and Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
And they were they were fighting. They were fighting with plastic swords in front of Dom DeLuise, who played Caesar.
Yeah.
And Madeline Kahn was trying to masturbate to all the soldiers.
That's a fucking weird ass movie too.
She's picking out all the soldiers she wanted for the weekly orgy. No, yes.
All right, so we got to remake that too. We got to make these moves, Joey. We're gonna make some funny shit. All right, man. But yeah, Pluto is now not, since it's not the ninth planet.
So that wasn't a ninth planet. But this agent of chaos, Michael Brown, is now saying that he has co-authored a new research paper claiming that a mysterious, gigantic ninth planet may very well exist at the fringes of our solar system. Mm-hmm. According to NBC, the study set to be published in the Astronomical Journal re-examines the evidence Brown and colleagues first put forth in 2016, pointing towards Planet 9 as the explanation behind anomalies in the outer solar system that include regions of icy asteroids and cometary cores known as Kuiper Belt objects, which is what Pluto actually is.
It's Kuiper Belt object.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I read another study that said that there's a ninth planet out there, but it's going around a different sun. So it's but its orbit is so elongated that it's hitting our
fringes of our solar
system. So that's why it looks like a ninth planet on our solar system.
That's a tough sell. The nearest star is Alpha Centauri. They're saying that would have to be it, unless there's I don't see how it would possibly orbit another star and not.
They're saying that star may be a brown dwarf.
Even more so.
So maybe a smaller star.
Yeah, I don't see how that could possibly.
I don't understand this stuff either, man. I went to high school, and then I went to little college.
Critics argue the data presented could still be considered statistical anomalies as opposed to empirical evidence indicated in a ninth planet's existence. Brown's team alleges that there is a 0.4% chance the Kuiper Belt cluster isn't something more than a cosmic fluke. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Fluke.
The newest evidence suggests that Planet 9 exists in an orbit between 380 and 400 times the distance of Earth to the Sun and is probably a gas giant akin to Neptune that's roughly 6 times our planet's mass.
Okay. All right. 6 times mass?
So I think it's a big old ball of big old gas ice ball out there.
Big old gas and ice ball?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm ready to travel, Joey.
I was like,
do I need a passport to go to space?
No.
Since no one owns it, can I just go?
I don't know. You got to get through the U.S. airspace.
So I just need an ID then.
You probably just need to talk them down from the crazy thing. Here's what you do. You tell them you're trying to stop the next solar superstorm.
Yeah, because I heard about this shit, man. This shit going to shut the internet down?
Well, the sun's always showering Earth with a mist of magnetized particles known as solar winds.
Solar winds.
And normally we're shielded, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they do hit that. That's what causes the
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, is
guess what, Joey? I watched The Universe on the History Channel, so I know this shit.
I'm glad you're getting caught up. But sometimes,
fuck you, man.
Sometimes that wind escalates into a solar storm, and research that was presented at SIGCOM 2021, data communication conference warns the results of such extreme space weather could be catastrophic to our modern way of life. In short, a severe solar storm could plunge the world into an internet apocalypse. Keeps large swaths of society offline for weeks or months at a time. Sangeetha Abdu Jyothi, an assistant professor
okay, Dr. Gupta.
at the University of California, Irvine, wrote in a new research paper, what really got me thinking about this is that with the pandemic, we saw how unprepared the world was. There was no protocol to deal with it effectively, and it's the same with internet resilience. Abdu Jyothi told Wired magazine, our infrastructure is not prepared for a large-scale solar event. Part of the problem is that extreme solar storms, also called coronal mass ejections, CMEs, are relatively rare. Scientists estimate the probability of extreme space weather directly impacting Earth to be between 1.6 to 12% per decade.
Okay. That's low. That's really low.
In recent history, only 2 such storms have been recorded. One in 1859 and another in 1921.
The 1859 one, I watched a documentary on that one. That shit was hilarious. They were like, yeah, it burned out telegraph lines. And everybody was like, wait a minute. Telegraph lines had like electricity running?
Yeah, it's known as the Carrington event.
Which one is that?
That
was 1859.
Yeah. Such a severe geomagnetic disturbance on Earth that the telegraph wires burst into flame and auroras, usually only visible near the Earth's planet poles, were spotted near equatorial Colombia.
Yeah, they were as far south as New York, and I was like, again, dude, I tell you, I watched this shit. This is you in my wheelhouse now on my TV type time and shit, man. You in my wheelhouse on my TV time. This ain't my book time.
Okay.
I'm on my book time. I'm with the celebrities and shit. But in my TV time, this is my stuff. I'm smart. Tell people that shit.
Well, the good news is local and regional internet connections are likely at low risk of being damaged because fiber optic cables themselves aren't affected by geomagnetically induced currents. Okay. However, long undersea internet cables that connect continents are a different story. These cables are equipped with repeaters to boost the optical signal, spaced at intervals of roughly 30 to 90 miles.
Long undersea. Maybe you're dropping cables under the sea.
We got under ocean. That's how we reach the other continent.
What about? I thought the satellites were dropping it on.
If you think, how are the satellites going to survive if the thing underwater can't survive? It's got a whole ocean to protect it.
Okay, so like because what I read was what I saw on the episode. Like they were talking about how if we have one of those and we have enough warning, so we get enough of our satellites pointed at the sun to give Earth enough warning, we could shut down all electronics, and that way when it passed over us, it wouldn't burn anything out.
Yeah.
So that could work too.
I mean, we have a satellite pointed at the sun at all times. It's actually there to track and monitor specifically coronal mass ejections. Yeah. That's the SOHO. Solar Heliospheric Observatory, which is actually around a Lagrange point, so it doesn't actually ever not see the sun. Ooh. It orbits a point of neutral gravity between the Earth and the sun.
Look at you, Joey.
And I actually, here's the thing that annoys me. So, the funny part about SOHO, the reason I know so much about it was, when I was in school, I was part of the Cooperative Satellite Learning Project, which was a NASA partnership with the school system and Honeywell, who makes a lot of satellite stuff. So,
and air purifiers.
Yes, and a lot of thermostats. And fans, and
Honeywell makes a lot of shit that you're like, wait, I thought they made satellites.
They probably do some defense contracting too.
Make bombs too.
They got to make some type of evil. Anyway, there was a project that was a pet project of Al Gore at the time.
Who invented the internet?
Yeah, but it was called Triana. Triana, and people complain because, like, actually, if you look at like most pictures of photographs of the Earth, you can't get a live image of the Earth.
Why not?
There's no satellite far enough away from the Earth to take that picture.
Okay.
So anything you're seeing that's a photo of the Earth from outside of it is typically a recreation from several things patched together.
Really?
We don't have, because of the satellites that orbit Earth are too close to it. And you can't, the amount of resources it would take to put something far enough away to take a picture. Like, are you going to spend that billions of dollars just to take a photo?
Well, you know what they did with the, what's the satellite they sent out in the deep space orbit? The 2.
There were several. You mean Voyagers?
The Voyager, yeah.
There's been a couple of others.
They took a picture of Earth from like Venus or Neptune.
They take some. They try to take some when they're farther out, but again, those were a lot older technology. Mm-hmm. So
it's cool to see a big little blue marble in the middle of nothing.
Right. You're not getting
cool shit.
Yeah.
That's why I watch the shows I watch.
But the Triana satellite that the project that ended up getting canceled was supposed to be around the same Lagrange point that SOHO was at. And the idea was they could constantly monitor the whole Earth. And they were going to look at Earth in a new way. It had a whole bunch of things to monitor how things were affecting Earth. So we would have had something that's always looking at the sun and looking at all that stuff and looking at Earth in real time and being able to compare them. But they decided not to do that. And then next thing we know, our project was over. So
okay.
Thank you, W. Bush.
Yeah, see? W left the kids, though. W left them kids and didn't leave no kids behind. He was like, don't not leave them behind. Don't leave no kids.
I was the kid he left behind.
He left you behind. I'm sorry to hear that, Joey.
That's why they did give me a scholarship, but I should have been a bigger scholarship.
My scholarship should have been bigger. Yeah, should have had more money in my pocket. Oh man, but anything else going on in the world, man?
That's it. So just be prepared for rolling internet blackouts when that star hits.
Hey,
we'll have about 13 hours to get ready for it.
That's that black star power. Well, you know what else you need to worry about, Joey? Need to worry about Pontius Pilate, and we need to worry about what's that called?
Lil Nas X?
No, we ain't worried about Lil Nas X. That would be homophobia. That's the fear of homosexuals.
I thought it was cowboyophobia. Going back to his cowboy era.
So stupid. Oh man, we got what is it called when a star blows up and it shoots a laser at your planet?
Extraphobia. What?
When it shoots a laser at your planet.
Shoots a laser?
Yeah.
Prometheus lens?
No, it shoots a laser like it shoots a fucking.
Are you talking about a supernova?
if a star goes like a quasar pulse shoots off at its poles. What is it? What
A
is it called?
pulsar.
Pulsar. Okay, what is shoots off at the poles? What is it called? Again, I play football. I got brain
I don't know
trauma.
what it's called. Pulsars, pulses are called.
I'm gonna pull it up when we leave. It's gonna come back.
I don't think this is a thing that just happens.
No, it's like because they said it like we could be in like if a star goes supernova, it could shoot its energy at us, and we'd be in the middle of the bullseye of that star, and it would eat away our ozone.
That sounds like a billion to one chance.
It is. Now, no one ever said this shit was gonna happen.
You're saying that a pulsar is going to go supernova, and if a pulsar goes supernova, and we're in line with the axis of the pole, that we're going to get hit with some additional level of radiation.
Yes,
that's going to decimate our ozone beyond how it's already decimated.
Yes, bigger than that hole.
I think it's much more likely that the inevitability of our sun just turning into a red giant and swallowing Earth.
Well, that's in 2 billion years.
Yeah,
they said we got 2 billion on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, 2 billion.
Got a good clock on that. We should be able to figure out.
And the Earth's gonna freeze in the center in 5 billion years. I read that this week.
Freeze in the center.
The center's gonna freeze.
How is it gonna freeze if it's already burnt up?
It's gonna solidify.
If in 2 billion years it is sun food, how is it gonna be frozen?
Yeah, that's the thing. None of this stuff makes any sense, Joey. That's why I watch it, because it's fun and it makes me feel better about myself. Get yourself a Turf Chopper 3.0 and feel better about yourself. Smooth my balls. Joey LoFaro, it has been real. It's been fun. Has it been real fun for you, man?
It has.
We had another me and you episode. I like those episodes. Those episodes are getting to be my favorites, Joey. You know why they're my favorites? Because they seem to be happening more and fucking more as late.
Yeah.
But it's been real, folks. We've had a blast. We've enjoyed you. So we will see you all next time with more fun and more thrills. Joey, where can they find you this week? Got the Ugly Mug this week?
Definitely the Ugly Mug Thursday night. I may have a show in Nottingham's this weekend. I haven't confirmed that yet.
All right. And remember, DJ Mark is at the Ha Ha Ho every Wednesday and Thursday. I got an extra day. Now they got me on Wednesdays.
Ooh.
I stopped doing my Wednesday thing, so they said, hey, can you step in on Wednesdays and do your thing? I said, yeah, I can come in. DJ Mark is in the building. That's right. That means it's going to be fun and more thrills, man. But we'll see you next time, folks, on the Die Comedy Podcast.
Where I stand, that concept slipped right out of my hand, and now I don't really even know who I am. Yo, what do I have to say? Maybe I should do what I have to do to break free, and whatever happens to you, we'll see. But it's not gonna happen with me. I guess that this is
And we're clear. Ugh.